In the last session of Value Education, girls, we have dealt with or revised the two chapters from your book, and the two chapters were The Sword of Peace and The Incredible Black Rain. And today we shall revise one more chapter, and the title of that chapter is The Roadblock. Okay, so I hope you remember the story, but let me remind you the story and what it means to us. Okay, so let us carry on. So in the story we see, long time ago there lived a wise king. He wanted to know whether his people in the kingdom were lazy or not. He wanted to make them realize the importance of being responsible and hardworking also. The next morning, he disguised himself as an ordinary citizen. He mounted on his horse and went into the town. Keeping his horse aside, he dug a pothole in the middle of the road, placed a bundle of cloth and covered it by a big stone. He then went off to a hill, and from there he wanted to see what was happening. From that point, the king could notice everything that was being happening on that point of the road where he had kept the bundle of cloth covered with the big stone. And he wanted to see how the people of his kingdom reacted to it. Okay? A farmer first appeared on that spot of the road. He blamed everyone, every other people, that they were all busy. And saying so, he also drove past, avoiding the stone. He did not even care to see the stone and lift it and keep it on the side of the road. After a while, a royal guard came on the very spot of that road. He was in his impressive uniform. He almost fell on the road. He too, like the farmer, blamed others, every other one in that locality, for being lazy and went off picking up his newspaper. He did not care that he almost fell down and somebody else after him can also fall down. He was such an irresponsible citizen of that kingdom also. After him came a milkmaid with a milk of pot on her hand and another pot just beside her. She couldn't look down and she hit the stone almost and lost her balance. The milk pot fell down and the milk got wasted. But she was so irresponsible that instead of blaming herself, she blamed others, called others lazy and irresponsible. But like the other two people, the royal guard and the farmer, the milkmaid also passed by the stone and did not even care to lift the stone and keep it by the side of the road. Soon came some merchants. Okay? Their cart hit the stone and all their goods fell on the road. They were very much irritated and got very much angry with the other people. Okay? They too blamed others, and like the other people before, they also went off from that place and behaved so very much irresponsibly. Then at last, a young boy, a student who was going to his guru's ashram to take lessons, he came over that place. He saw the stone and remembered his guru's lessons. He remembered that duty towards his nation is of highest importance. He has his duty towards himself, he has his duty towards his family, then towards his community, then towards his nation, and last of all towards humanity. So he immediately removed the stone and found a cloth bundle. He was very much surprised. Inside there was a note of the king that whoever removes the stone is invited to the royal court. The boy next day met the king. He completed his studies and was appointed by the king himself as the chief minister of that kingdom. He had taught the other people a valuable lesson. The kingdom finally prospered, and the king and its people were very happy. Now girls, I hope you have remembered the story as a whole and you have understood the story also. Now I shall give you certain questions from the chapter, same chapter, the roadblock, and then I shall discuss the answers of those questions given here. Okay, so the first question is, by setting his test, what were the attitudes that the king wanted to test in his people? The first question, okay? So you may have the answer like this. The king wanted to test whether his people were lazy or not. He also wanted to check or test whether they were responsible and hardworking enough in their lives and towards their duty towards other people. This was the first question. I hope you have understood. The second question comes like this. What was the common complaint of the passers-by when they saw the huge stone placed in the middle of the road? So this is a very common question also, and the common complaint, okay? Everybody made that same complaint. So you may have this answer like this. All the people, the farmer, the royal guard, the milkmaid, and the merchants, everyone who saw the huge stone in the middle of the road complained how lazy, irresponsible, and selfish and also careless people were. So everybody had that same accusation or complaint against each other. Okay? Now that was the first and second questions. Now let us move on to the third question we are having here. And the question is, what do you think each passerby should have done on seeing the stone? Girls, this is a very important question for all of us, and the answer, I will discuss it now. Each of the passers-by should have removed the stone. Isn't it, girls? They should have removed the stone properly from that point of the road, because it was the spot where each and every passerby was facing a problem. Somebody hit the stone and lost the balance. Somebody was just falling on the road. Okay, so everybody was facing a problem, but nobody cared or took the responsibility to lift the stone and put it by the side of the road. So each passerby should have removed the stone from that spot of the road. as by their doing so would have helped the next person using that road without any obstacle. Okay, so I hope you have understood the answer. Now let us move on to the next question, that is question number 4. What was the surprise in store for the boy when he removed the stone from the middle of the road? Okay, have you understood the question? What was the surprise for the boy? When the boy removed the stone from the middle of the road, he got excited to see a bundle of cloth on which he saw a note in which it was written that whoever removed the stone, the king would like to meet that person at the royal court the next morning. So this was really a surprise for the boy, because the boy did his duty towards other people, to the citizens of that kingdom. He did not ever think that such a surprise was waiting for him. And he was really excited when he saw that a note was being kept by the king himself for him. So I hope you have understood the answer. Now let us move into question number 5. How can we curb the attitude of complaining about others? So now, up till now, girls, we have dealt with the questions from the chapter. Now this is a question that is made for us in general, okay? How can we do it? Okay, how can we curb the attitude of complaining about others? We sometimes complain about others, isn't it? We like to complain about others not doing what we should do, not doing what is our duty towards others. Okay, we always are in a mood of complaining against others. So how can we curb that attitude? Okay, let us find out. Not being judgmental about others, we can resolve to put ourselves in others' shoes. Very important, isn't it? We should always think ourselves to be in their position, who are in distress, who are facing the problems, okay? And we should not complain. Moreover, we should not ignore what we do not like. By doing so, we will always end up ignoring the changes that we need. Very important one, girls. So I hope you have understood what we should not do and what we should do always, instead of complaining against others. Now we move into question number 6. What values did the Guru teach the young boy? This is also a very important question. Because of the values the Guru had taught him, the boy was so much responsible, he was so much dutiful towards others, and he was so very human in nature. Let us find out the answer of this question. The Guru taught the boy that we should be responsible to ourselves first. Higher than this, we should have duties towards our families. Above it comes our duties towards the community. But higher than that is the duty towards the nation. But the most important duty the Guru taught is towards the whole of humanity. For the sake of humanity, we should sacrifice ourselves, our family, our community. So what we learn is our duty towards humanity is the most important of all duties. Okay? Now, question number 7. How was the young boy's attitude different from that of the others? Do you think it was different? Yes, of course. The young boy's attitude was completely different from all the other people we have seen in this chapter. Isn't it, girls? Let us find out how was it different, okay? So the boy was completely different from others because he, not thinking about himself, thought for the other people. Okay? He became selfless and did his duty towards the community. Very interesting and very nice, isn't it? Next question is question number 8. How did the king reward the young boy? The king was very much impressed by what the boy had done. He appointed him as the chief minister of his kingdom, and he was thought to be an asset to the kingdom. Okay? Now, question number 9. What happened to the royal guard who came walking down the road? The royal guard, very smart in his impressive uniform and lost his own world, was walking down the road. He was having a newspaper in his hand. He accidentally tripped on the stone and almost fell. His ankle started bleeding. He angrily blamed others for his misfortune. Okay? And the last question we are having from this chapter is the question number 10. How did the king place the stone in the middle of the road? Okay? We have seen it in this chapter. Let us now discuss it. In order to test his people's sense of responsibility and hard-working nature, the king disguised himself as an ordinary citizen of that place. He was on his horse, but when he came near the road, he got off from his horse. He dug a pothole in the middle of the road, put a bundle of the cloth and covered it with a big stone. He himself then went off to a hill and kept an eye on what was happening there. Okay, so these are all the questions from the chapter. Girls, please go through all these questions and whatever I have discussed in this class. I hope you will comprehend well, you will understand the chapter nicely, and you will be able to answer all such questions very nicely. That's all, and thank you.